Hello everyone, this is Shadow SP here, back with more Granblue Fantasy. Today we're going to go ahead and do some story questing. When last we left off, our protagonist had just met with mysterious blue-haired girl, Lyria, in the forest on your home island of Zinkenstill, I think is the pronunciation. Met up with Catalina, died, but that was only temporary. And then we fled a small airship to Port Breeze, and the small airship piloted by Catalina crashed, so that was bad. But nobody died, and that's what's important. Alrighty, so here we are. So this is what we normally see when we're going to start a quest. By telling you which default summon category it's picking, it's telling you what elements the enemies are going to be primarily in that quest. So because this one's starting us on the fire tab, the primary element of enemies in this quest will be wind. So, well, we don't have anything in particular to do. We'll go ahead and just pick an elemental summon. Yeah, doesn't really match with any of our guys, but Shiva's a pretty good summon anyway. So we'll go ahead and start the quest.
Irashai! ご用件は何ですか？旅に必要な道具の手配から仕事の仲介、貴公子の斡旋までよろずやシェロちゃんにお任せ。旅の準備ならよろずやによろうず。こんなちっちゃい子なのにお店を切り盛りしてるなんて偉いですね。ちっちっち、人を見かけで判断しちゃいけませんよ。こう見えて海千山千百戦錬磨の商人なんですから、甘く見てると痛い目見ちゃいますよ。
頼もしいな。ところで店主、私たちは空を渡る手段が欲しいのだが。
密航ですか？それなら今キャンペーンが。
いや違う。私たちはソーダ師を仲間にしたくてここに来たんだ。
ソーダ師さんですか。残念ですけど出払ってる方がほとんどですね。忙しい時期なんで、腕のいいソーダ師はどこでも引っ張りだこなんですよ。
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, people with that skill should be pretty in demand. You know, in a world where you kind of need to,
なあ、ソーダ師ってんならあいつがいいんじゃないか
you know, have a specific skill set to traverse between, you know, islands.
あいつってラカムのこと？確かに腕もいいし暇そうにしてたけど。
ああ、だってあいつはもう気が変わってるかもしれないだろう。なあトカゲ、お前もそう思うよな。
いや、オイラに聞かれても困るぜ。
Yeah, that's the exact reaction I have. Like, why would you ask him? You have no, like, he doesn't know. Why would he know anything?
落ち着け B 君。怒っていても可愛いぞ。
うせえ、 それでそのラカムってやつはどこにいるんだよ。
あいつはいつも町の外を一人でブラブラしてるよ。アンガド高原にある気空艇の近くだ。すぐに見つかるとは思うが、魔物も出る場所だ。用心しろよ。
Yeah, sure.
行ってみましょう。どんな人かまずは会ってみてからです。
Alrighty. So this is what the results look like after you skip the side-scrolling bit. It just kind of pops up with the list of everything that you would have gotten. So the side-scrolling bits are completely
気
pointless.
空艇なかなか見えてこねえな。
この草原に気空艇か。妙な話だな。
妙ってだって私たちの乗ってきた気空艇だって今は草原に置いてあると思うけど。
それは墜落させてしまったからな。気空艇というのは通常島の外縁や高所の桟橋に停泊するもの
At
なんだ。
least she takes responsibility for it.
なんだかんだと考えるより行ってみるのが一番に決まってな。どんどん先に進もうぜ。
Alright. So, pretty typical early game stuff. We have a bit of story, run into some monsters, take them down. Yeah. So yeah, let's just use the
いい
attack.
ぞ。どうだ。私が相手になろう。おしまいだ。
Now, the quickest way to get through these early game story segments, I'll show you on the next one, is actually just with summon call damage. Because in the early game, your summon calls actually deal pretty large amounts of damage, and if you pick the right ones, you've got like you get an insane boost in damage. Some summons have kind of low damage caps on what damage they'll put out, but some of them have pretty high ones. I'll try to pick one on the next stage to demonstrate. Alright, we get some stuff for the journal. It's always nice, you know, if you have some time and you're interested in the lore, after you've cleared some stuff, you can go to the journal and there's some more information in there than the game even covers. So, you know, take a look at it, read it if you want. Alright, we got a normal weapon. Those generally don't matter. But you'll also see our character's leveled up. We gained some class experience, which is also very important. And we gained a rank level. So, rank, it's important. But at this early stage, it mostly just refills your AP and your BP. RP? The thing you use to join raids. That said, the early game story segments, if we cancel out of here, we can see they have AP cost of 0. So we're just stockpiling AP. Our AP maximum that you can stockpile up to, I think, is 999, and the maximum for EP is 99. So it would be ideal if you could get to a raid that you could use your EP on before you capped it, so you don't overcap and waste it. That said, it does restore pretty fast. EP, I think, restores from 0 to 10 in just a little over an hour, so it's not that pressing of a need to spend it if you're thinking that you might overcap. Oh hey, remember we were talking about Rackham? Main story is giving us a thing saying we're going to recruit Rackham. Man, freaking games spoiling themselves. Alright. So, we'll see. Now we're on with the wind tab, so that means our primary enemies should be Earth, if that was a misclick. Let's try to find a summon that would be pretty good for what I'm thinking about. You know, let's just use a regular wind summon. Should probably be good. So we'll take this Frere. And we don't have any other characters at the moment, so this is what the party that we're stuck with.
こいつが町のやつが言ってた気空艇か？
そのようだが、これはまるで
墜落してそのままって感じですね。
これがラカムとやらの愛機というわけではないのか。一体何が。まずいな。見えるか、エルスタ帝国の軍隊だ。
向こうはまだこっちに気づいてないみたいだぜ。隠れようぜ。ま
Even
だ
here,
間に合う。
we're not safe from the Erste Empire, so.
めんどくさいな。ねえ、これ本当に僕必要？
ケリアス将軍閣下、ポートブリーズ軍島は以前から我々の支配を拒んでおり。
知ってるよ。バカにしてんの？
I mean, that's true for most countries in a lot of historical settings.
誰か、こいつお仕置き
Some
部屋連れ
aggressive
てって。
empire expanding and the natives resisting their occupation and rule. Yeah, makes a lot of sense to me.
先ほどの非礼は謹んでお詫びし。
黙れよ。その首、この場で跳ねようか。
Yep,
も
yep.
ういらないよね。ねえ。
Here's our classic trope of the evil leader being more than willing to kill their own
エルステ帝
underlings for
国に
no apparent
抵抗
reason.
するバカどもをどうする計画なんだっけ？
は、すでに兵を各所に配置し、準備は整っております。
And it's a pretty clear
閣下の
coding
一声
that
があれば、すぐにでも
that
町を
Furious
壊
here
滅させて
is
ご覧に入れましょう。
kind of a cartoony villain. Just, you know, cartoon levels of evil. Mustache twirling stuff.
ふざけるな。
But I mean, evil's still evil, right?
誰だい君？
カタリナ、せっかく隠れてたのに。
先ほどから黙って聞いていれば、この下道が
Yeah, and I mean,
帝国の支配への抵抗を理由に町を滅ぼすなど許されるわけがないだろう。
and I mean, and our crew is full of pretty much just we're good guys. So if we see bad stuff happening, we
それを
kind
持
of
ち出した護衛の
gotta step in to do stuff because we're the good guys.
ああ、もう姉さんの気持ちはわからなくないけど、ここはこらえて欲しかったぜ。
It's yeah. I mean, they go into it here. It's not the smartest plan,
逃
but
げるぞ、ルリア、姉さん。ここで捕まるわけにはいかねえぜ。
all right. So yeah, side-scrolling bit skipped. Good stuff.
申し訳ない。
もういいよ、カタリナ。あの人たちに怒ってたのはカタリナだけじゃないもん。むしろカタリナが怒ってくれてすっきりしたね。
I mean, sure. I guess.
あのような非道を目の前にするとつい熱くなってしまうんだ。騎士たる者、常に冷静であろうとは思っているのだが。
しかしとんでもねえこと聞いちまったな。 ですね。帝国が攻めてくるって何とかして町の人たちに伝えないとだな。まずは追ってきてる帝国の兵士を何とかしねえと。
All right. Well, so now it's time to beat up some people. All right. So just go ahead and summon use a summon here. Could say summon a summon, which is technically true, but it sounds very. Oh, this is one that doesn't do damage. Shows so how much I actually use something like prayer. I'll do it next time. I swear. This is what I get for trying to pick something that's to try to demonstrate something and be somewhat optimal for my own damage. Turns out I screwed up badly. Yeah, so it turns out when you get toward the end game, there's only a very small subset of summons that you use as your main or your friend summons. So the ones that aren't in that list are ones that I don't really know that well. It's totally fine. We'll have plenty of opportunities to demonstrate the summon damage.
時に君はジョブというものは使いこなしているかな?
Ah, yes. Now we're talking about
そういや、武器を手に入れた時にもちらっ
job
とそんな
slash
こと言
class
ってたよ
system.
な。
ああ、ジョブと装備する武器には密接なつながりがあるんだ。君は空をかける機空士であると同時に何らかのジョブに就くことができる。例えば私であれば機空士であり騎士であるようにな。
オイラのジョブってなんだ？そういえば私もお仕事をした覚えが。
ジョブは主にバトルに関係するんだ。ほら、B 君もルリアも前線に出て戦うことはないだろ？適材適所というやつさ。
Yeah. A little bit of jokes
ジョブ
going
は
on here, but
得意武器以外にバトルを有利に進めるアビリティも持っているんだ。君もいろいろなジョブを試してみるといい。
Yep. So basically, when we go to our party slot, we have this button here where we can change our job class. You click on one of these. It gives you access to this menu. You can see there's a bunch of stuff we can pick. We're gonna stick with fighter for now. Just because it's a better idea to just try to master the classes once you start on them. And fighter, if we look, I believe here, yeah. We can see kind of what we're expecting to get. So at level 10, we'll learn Rage, which is a skill that we can then pass on to our future jobs. So we can, pick that to use. If we can go back here, we have a sub-skill. We don't have any sub-skills right now. So obtaining one is a pretty important bit for making progress in the game. I can talk more about the job class system later in like a progression video, but for now, we're just gonna stick with what we got. Alright, let's move forward. Why is there a light boost in the fire tab? Strange. Of course, you'll notice none of our characters are fire, so we're not actually getting any bonuses from picking the fire summon. But that's okay. We don't really need any bonuses at this stage in the game. Because the enemies are incredibly weak.
あれなんだい戻ってきてくれたの嬉しいな君たちってうちの国から指名手配を受けてるんだってね
将軍様ご機嫌だねいいねこういう時の彼は嫌いじゃないな
黙れ立場をわきまえろくそしつこい連中だぜ
ねえねえねえなんで戻ってきたのもしかしてさあの船で逃げようとか思ってた当たりねえねえこんなボロ船飛べるわけねえだろ
やはりあの船は飛べる状態ではないのか
Yeah, I mean, why did we run right back into them? That's a
う
really
ま
good
く
question.
使えればと少しは思っていたが
こんなボロ船がさ
Didn't get any backup or anything. I don't know. Doesn't feel smart.
でもいいや念には念を入れておこうかおい誰でもいいこの船ぶっ壊せ
そんな大きな傷だってないし修理すればきっと
飛ばれちゃ困るんだよなおい誰か早く
Alright. Well, I guess he's
た
dead.
くボロだとかなんだとか好き勝手言いやがっておいそこのチビ俺の船に何しようとしやがる
おいあいつ不時着したオイラたちにいろいろ言って去ってったやつじゃねえか
なんだ貴様貴様こいつらの仲間か
あいや何どういうこと
Yeah, he's just confused. To be fair though, he did just shoot their commanding officer, so
まずいぞあの男も追われている
that's a pretty surefire way to get on their bad side.
今度こそ道に迷ってる余裕はねえぞ
Alrighty.
どうしよう追い詰められてる
万事休すといったところか
おいてめえらこっちだ
あんたは
こっちに俺の隠れ家がある案内するからついてこい
Sounds good to me.
だそうだ
Not
ぜ
well.
あいつを追う
逃がすものか
Okay. So now we are. Oh, it's a two-wave fight. Pretty cool. So now let's do a summon. This one actually deals damage. I know that.
我が家は全てを貫き我が炎は全てを灰に帰す新たな世界の礎
You
と
can
な
see
れ
it killed both of them very easily. Oh, look, Griffin. Okay. But you'll also see we're still on turn 1, and we have this 1-turn buff that we got from Shiva, which boosts our attack, and it boosts it by a lot. So we'll go ahead and attack here. So it doesn't look like we did a lot of damage, but we did. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, you'll see our damage was basically double what it was with the Shiva buff, as opposed to what we normally do. Okay. Oh. This. Yeah, let's just go.
準備はいいか
Just make sure
大
you
丈
use
夫さ
skills when you
心
need,
配
when
無
you
用
need
だ
them, and we'll be fine. Because I mean, this is with essentially no, like we have nothing in our weapon grid and no new characters, so we're just kind of pushing through with the absolute bare minimum. I mean, ultimately, it's not that hard to push through here. You'll also see when you level up, you do get a small amount of, for your main character, attack and HP stat. That will be in effect forever. No matter what class you're on, you'll have a very slight amount more HP, very slight more attack. So we gain some levels, making more progress. We got a ticket we'll never use. And we completed a mission. I'll talk more about these later. When I get to the first major progress episode, I'll talk about these. But yeah, this is gonna pop up sometimes. We'll complete some missions.
へえ。帝国はもう探すのを諦めたみたいだぜ。
かたじけない。今といい、不時着した時といい、助けられてばかりだな。
Very drippy place to set up in.
俺はラカムってんだが、あんたたちは何者なんだ？
ま、そういうわけで、オイラたちにはソーダ師の仲間が必要なんだ。
へえ、そりゃ大変なこって。
まさか君が町で名を聞いたラカムだったとはな。いや、これも何かの縁か。
急なお願いなのは分かってるんですけど、私たちの仲間になってくれませんか？
あ、断る。
Fair enough.
だって不時着した時もあんなに親切に。
Doesn't hurt to ask. Worst we'll get is no. Right?
あれは船がかわいそうだったから言っただけだ。それにな、俺は空を捨てたんだ。もう二度と空は飛ばねえ。舵を握ることもねえだろうよ。
あらら、将軍様、大丈夫なのこれ。
Guess
当
he
たり
survived
どこ
being
ろ悪い
shot.
んじゃないのこれ。
Well, what are you gonna do?
心配いらない。聞いてるだろう。こいつは大丈夫だ。少し時間は必要みたいだけどな。
そういやそうだっけ？とはいえ、しばらく起きないなら僕たちの出番かな。
だろうな。
そっかそっか、お金はもらっちゃってるし、それ相応のお仕事はしないとね。
mean, it's not the worst way that they've translated it. They're basically saying, you know, we're getting receiving money, so we have to do the work that corresponds to that level of money, right? Which kind of implies that they're not, you know, on a long-term job. They're just like mercenaries. All right. Hey, now we have this button that we could do some story skip. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna actually do the story. Okay, we go back. We can see there are free quests that show up on your story notes. That was weird. But yeah, you can see, you know, we could do this free quest. There is an incentive to do it, right? You can see it rewards crystals, which if you're doing run with actual use of the gacha, you can get crystals and stockpile those to roll for new characters and for new summons and weapons and stuff like that. But we're not going to do that. I don't think that this free quest offers anything of any value. Also, this is a story episode. We're going to focus on the story. Alright, just go ahead and bring Old Reliable, which is Shiva. Shiva's pretty much a staple of fire game gameplay from the beginning all the way to the end game. At least near end game. To the point where I'm at in my main account.
そういうわけだ。悪いが、そうだしなら他を当たるんだな。
いや、しかし、なぜなんだ。町の者に聞いたが、君は幼い頃から船と空に親しんできたんだろ。
そうだぜ。それにあんたも言ってたじゃねえか。お前も聞いたよな。
This line here, he doesn't say his flying days are over. He just says, "Find another helmsman." It's like, so it kind of goes into the whole loop, like where there's like a helmsman shortage, and he's a helmsman, but he's just saying no, not interested. He said in the last one that he's not going to fly again, so it makes sense.
飛空艇の操縦には特別な技術が必要なんだろう。
Pretty rough.
それを身につけてるのに、なんで
So it looks like it's going to be real hard to get out of this island. So
たく、ギャーギャーとうるせえのな。
Have to keep struggling.
いいか、俺は空が俺を捨てたから俺も空を捨てたんだ。そんだけの話さ。
空が？
ああ、てめえらも見たろ。あそこにあった気空艇をよ。あれは昔からあそこにある持ち主のいない難破船だったんだ。俺はそいつを幼い頃からコツコツと独学で修理し続けた。また空に飛ばせてやろうってな。
Sounds like a lot of work.
修理してた？でもありゃまるで墜落して放置されたって感じだったぜ。
そりゃそうだ。あいつは俺を乗せて真っ逆さまに墜落したんだからな。
墜落？じゃああなたはそれで？
ああ、裏切られた思いでいっぱいだった。修理には詳しいやつの手も借りた。操縦の腕だって磨いてきた。準備は全て整っていたはずだ。
Yeah, I mean, he got help from an expert. He's worked hard for a very long time. I can understand why he'd feel kind of
それでもあいつは
disheartened after
グランサイファーは落ちたんだ。
everything checks out and he tries it and it
俺が
falls
抱い
down.
ていた思いも何もひっくるめてな。
それはその
You know, because everything
天
just kind
気
of
が
feels like
悪かったとかなあ、
felt like he'd wasted all that time, wasted all that effort. I get it. It's a real disheartening experience.
このポートブリーズには年中いい風が吹いてるよ。島の守り神様のおかげでな。
Yeah, port breeze.
この島に限っちゃ、風が悪くて墜落するってことはありえねえんだ。
Port breeze is the island of good flying conditions, apparently.
さあ、この話はおしまいだ。さっきの帝国の話を町の連中に知らせに行こうぜ。知っちまった以上、放っておくわけにもいかねえからな。
And that's fair. Yeah, so Rackham's he's a good guy. Just, you know, he's got a little bit of baggage. With that whole wasted effort thing. But no.
そうか。
It's got some potential.
じゃあ、あとは任せたぜ。俺はこの辺で隠れ家に戻るからよ。
待て待て待て。なぜ隠れ家に戻るんだ。町の者と帝国を迎え撃たないのか。
事情を知っちまった以上、それを伝えるための手伝いぐらいはするさ。けどな、俺が守るのはあくまであの気空艇グランサイファーだけだ。
貴様、人命より船を優先するというのか。
俺は俺の大切なもののためにしか戦う気はねえってだけさ。帝国相手となりゃ命がけだしな。てめえらもお人よしは大概にしねえと、ろくでもないことで命を落とすぜ。
救える命が、守れる者が目の前にいるというのに、放ってなど置けるものか。
I think it's a basic ideology conflict.
カタリナ、落ち着いて。
そうかい。
Catalina likes to protect everything that she can. Rackham's just kind of saying, "Yeah, I protect what's important to me, and you know, if you keep sticking your neck out for people, you're eventually not like something's eventually gonna catch you."
後悔などするはずが、できるはずがあるものか。私にはもう。
とにかく急ごうぜ。街が見えたとはいえ、まだ魔物はうようよいるんだからよ。
And I mean, from they're both right in certain circumstances. And from certain points of view, right? It's not a simple one of them's wrong, one of them's right kind of question or problem.
深き闇よ、暗き黒よ、忌むべき悪意。我が破壊の光にて全てを無に帰さん。
Yeah. So.
当然の結果だ。
And you can also, so you see a single summon clears the stage, and if you were to turn summon animations off, it clears the stage very quickly. Also, if you have something with a long animation, you can click the back button or the refresh button to skip that animation and bring the raid back up. Or the fight that you're in back up, which is also a way to do things quickly if you're in need of just like speeding through quests or turns in a raid. I could show that on the next one, I guess. next fight with random battles or with random monsters. We'll bring the gorilla. Good old gorilla. I mean, at least we actually have an Earth character, right? So the aura for gorilla is actually going to affect Welder, make him stronger.
早く町の人に帝国が攻めてくるって伝えなきゃ。
It's one thing that I always found strange in the tutorial.
元気してる？指名手配犯諸君。
It's the mercenaries.
無傷。まだ死んではいないな。
But yeah, I always found it strange that Welder shows up and is recruited by everyone in the tutorial, but never shows up in the story.
ビンゴ！いやー、賢いね、トカゲちゃん。
Outside
後
of
で
the
リン
chapter
ゴ
where
を
it's
あげよ
recruited,
う。
right? The part of the... Is it the prologue or is it chapter 1? I don't remember. But yeah, it just always struck me as a little weird, because everyone has them.
リンゴなんて。B さん、よだれが。
はっは好きかいリンゴ。それならとっておきが。えって！
ドランク、早く本題に入れ。これ以上無駄話をするなら刺す。
オーケーオーケー、分かってるとも。だからストゥルム殿、剣先でグリグリするのはやめ。えっだ！
我々は今急いでいるんだ。用がないのならもういいか。
Okay.
いいわけない。ドランク。
はいはい。さあ、指名手配犯諸君。実はね、君らにお願いがあるんだ。
Doing that thing where it skips a line. It does that sometimes, where it shows a voice, or it shows a line and then the voice line doesn't show up properly. Where's the... Yeah, it's doing something a little strange. I'll refresh the page after this one. So yeah, they're talking to us on the way to run the town of the Empire. Yeah, obviously. And mercenaries are saying, yeah, don't do that. Huh. You know, usually when it skips the voice lines, it'll skip them for like a couple of text boxes, and then it'll play all of them at once, which is really weird and irritating. But this one just like the voice lines seem to be off, which is weird. Yep, Drunk's a very silly kind of guy. But yeah, they just show up, warn us not to tell the townspeople that they're about to be attacked. See? See what I mean? It does that every so often. There's not much you can do about it. I'm not 100% sure what the issue is, but it usually only happens for like 2 text boxes. But yeah, it happens sometimes. It's kind of weird. If it happens again, I might just refresh the story stage and start over from the beginning, so that we don't end up with voice line hell where everything's kind of talking on top of each other.
「小流域によって魔物が凶暴化したという記録は残っているが、近年になって魔物の数が増えている理由については帝国も原因はつかんでいなかったな。
町の外はもう危険地帯ってわけか。この町の人たちは私たちがシロさんのお店で困っていたら親切にしてくれたよね。
ああ、恩は返さねばな。必ず帝国を止めよう。それこそが私たちのすべき恩返しだ。
Yeah, that's another reasonable point. We've been helped, so we'll help in return. It's that kind of circular stuff that keeps us going. Alright, so we'll click on Gorilla. Summon. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. My bad. But yeah, we'll see that the Gorilla summon did make it so that we beat the first wave, and we ended up... I accidentally hit the back button. I meant to hit the refresh button. My bad. I apologize. Usually when you're doing a raid or something, the back button is easier to work with. So it's just muscle memory. But yeah, so we summoned Gorilla, we killed the first wave, and then there's the second wave. Just hit the button. Also, Gorilla changes your character sound effects to Gorilla roars. It's kind of silly, but you know, it's a good summon. Win. Getting more rank. Increasing our AP gap. Very important. It also gets, we also get CP, which is used to unlock classes, but we'll get to that later. New weapons, not bad. Bunch of new weapons. Could be useful. Probably not, but I mean, could be. Alright. Just gonna keep moving.
Hello! 僕がいない間も元気にして。いって！スルム殿！今なんで刺したの？
イライラした。お前の話し方はいつも勘に触る。
それほぼ八つ当たりだよね。
またお前らか。
何度来ようと貴君らのお願いを聞き入れることはできない。
Drang also often gets attacked by Sturm as part of misplaced aggression.
違うな、違うんだよね。今度はお願いをしに来たわけじゃないよ。
交渉。こいつの命と。
ラカム、貴様なぜ？
こいつこっそり町に侵入しようとしてやがってさ。バカだよね。話を聞かれたのが分かってる以上 町は監視してるに決まってんじゃん。
うるせえ。
そういうわけでさ、小型艇くらいならあげちゃうから、さっさとこの島から出てってよ。ね。
答えは分かってる。聞くまでもなかったな。
Yeah, I mean,
だよな。こんな簡単な問題もねえぜ。
it's a pretty reasonable offer, but
同意だ。ドランクとや
we're
ら
definitely,
悪いが、
since
ここは
like I
突
said
破
earlier,
させてもらうぞ。
we're the good guys, so we don't just run away
そ
and leave
んじゃ
people in
まあ
trouble.
このアホの命は。
助けます。町の人もラカムさんも誰一人犠牲にはしません。行くぜ。帝国の兵隊なんて蹴散らしてやれ。
It's not really how a hostage situation really works, though. It's, you know, normally if you're like, yeah, we'll trade you something for in exchange for somebody else's life, and the deal's off, right? They've got them at a point where the hostage can be killed instantly, pretty instantly, right? So saving Rackham here seems kind of
ま
unlikely.
ずいぜ。ラカムの姿を見失った。
I guess that is assuming that
大丈夫。
the
あい
hostage
つはきちんと
taker has
う
the
ちの精
intention
鋭
of
が捕
actually
まえて
killing
る。
them immediately.
そんなことより。
ルリア。
油断したな。まずはこのガキから。
精鋭がなんだって？
Yeah, so apparently Imperial soldiers are really bad at their jobs.
は美人の姉ちゃんならまだしも無才兵士には俺は抑えらんねえぜ。
That's not what you
姉
said.
ちゃん怪我はね
This is not what he said here. He said he might have gone with them if they were pretty ladies, but not if they were not if they're, you know, kind of the burly men. Come on, you can't trick me.
はい。ありがとうございます。
一人増えようが同じだ。帝国を相手にして勝てると思うな。
おい、ここが正念場だぞ。気合い入れろよ。
Alrighty. We're gonna start with summon. This time I'll actually hit the refresh button. Hit the reload here. And this is why hitting back usually works better, is because it doesn't bring you back to that screen. But that was a little bit faster than Shiva, actually fully animating off. Next I think I'll turn off animations just to show what that looks like. And mostly I'm just doing this because these early game story battles are incredibly simple. We don't really have a chance of losing.
心配無用だ。時は来た。いいぞ、その調子だ。
And that's because, especially during the first part of the game, you do not have any ability to improve your weapon grid or your summons outside of pulling the gacha. So the early game chapters need to be this easy. Alright, let's change the setting real quick. I believe it's over here. Skip summons. That should be good. We'll use Shiva, because we all know Shiva. Shiva's a good summon to call.
お前よく無事だったな。
たく、俺も町のやつも助けるって大見え切ったなら、ちゃんと助けに来いよな。
Yeah, that's fair. So saying, you know, you said that you're gonna save me and the town, but you didn't save me. I saved me.
でも、無事で本当に良かったです。ね。
しかし意外だ。貴殿のことなら捕獲を逃れたら私たちを放って逃げるかと思ったが。
信用ねえのな。ま、確かにそれも考えたさ。けどな、あんたが言ったんだろ？目の前に守れる奴がいるのに放っておけるかってよ。ジョーちゃんが危ないとこ見たら自然に体が動いちまってたよ。
So yeah, I mean, Rackham's a good guy.
そうか。ともかく助かった。改めて礼を言わせてほしい。
All things considered, he came through in the end.
やめろ、恥ずかしい。そういうのは全部終わってからにしようぜ。
だな、町まであとほんの少しだ。もうひと踏ん張りだぜ。
Alright, so maybe we'll finally make it back to town. That'd be nice.
さあ、帝国の兵士も数が減ってきたな。
ラカムのやつ、結構やるじゃねえか。
ああ、これは私もうかうかしていられないな。
みんなやる気になってますね。
町の入り口もすぐそこだ。このまま一気に突っ切るぞ。
Alright. Let's make it through to town. That'd be nice. So yeah, this is what happens when the summon animation would all right, just play as the very last part of the animation. And the effects go off. It's pretty nice. Generally what I have it on in my end game. Because I've seen all the animations a bunch. But it's nice to turn them on from time to time just to actually see what they look like and remember. Because it's been a while since I've seen some of these. Alright. So yeah, it is telling us, you know, here that Rackham is theoretically actually also fighting, but he's not fighting the same enemies we are. Alrighty. Nice and easy. Just loading up on these normal weapons. Hey, got another draw ticket that we'll never use. Good stuff.
お助け
ここまでか。
ね、もう僕たち戦うつもりはないからさ、見逃してくれない？帝国には雇われてるだけだから忠義を尽くす義理もないしね。頼むよ。
Yeah, they're a little silly.
醜態。これ以上無様を晒すなら、せめてもの情けとして、ここで私が。
うわー、ステム殿、落ち着いて。
つうことだけど、どうする？
本当にいいの？
すべては命あってのものとはいえ、敵に恩情を与えられるとは。
Kind of, it's a characteristic, right? That we
ありがとう。オンに切る。来
we
まくるよ。
don't really take prisoners, especially when people are more
覚
or
えてろ。
less surrendering, like these ones
この
are.
屈辱は絶対に
But
返してやるからな。
we're the good guys to kind of to a fault. We don't do a lot of finishing people off in this story. It's not to say it doesn't happen, but
お前らは本当に街で帝国を迎え撃つつもりなのか？
the random people, right? The random enemies, but you know, stuff like that happens a decent amount.
帝国と敵対するってのは、オイラたちには今更だしな。
But it's another way to demonstrate that we're the good
と
guys.
んだお人よしだな。とはいえ、俺もそのお人よしに救われたわけだ。こうなりゃ俺も腹くくるぜ。お前の目も気に入ったしな。
All right.
それじゃ、ラカムさんも？
ああ、帝国なんぞにこの町を潰させてやるもんかよ。こうと決めた以上、帝国の奴ら返り討ちにしてやるぜ。
All right. Rackham joins the cause, and we're gonna save Port Breeze from the Empire. At least that's the idea.
俺はラカムってんだ。
All right. Yep. I mean, fair. You can't ask for much more than just an introduction when you're getting a character there. He just says, "My name's Rackham." Fair enough. All right, so let's put Rackham in our team. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're gonna see some of these missions pop up from time to time, even when we're not intending for anything to happen. All right, and let's go ahead and move. Chapter 3. Just bring a normal summon.
Nande?
将軍閣下、申し訳ありません。
ごめんね。あいつら意外と強くってさ。
誰かこいつらの首すぐに跳ねちゃってくんない？
将軍閣下、彼らは黒騎士様の勅令で動いておりますゆえ、我々の手では閣下のご命令といえどどうにも罰することは。
Alright, there's different factions amongst the Empire's
お
army.
前でいいや。後ですっぱりやられといてね。
そんな。
まあ時間を稼いでくれたおかげで計画は順調だからね。ご覧よ二人とも、この暴風を。 この島、いやこの群島すべてはじきに嵐の中に沈み落ちていくんだ。暗い暗い空の底へとね。
Yeah, so he's up to no good. It's a really simple way of summarizing everything that we just saw there. But yeah, he's planning some real negativity for this island, this archipelago. And Port Breeze being the island of good flying weather, having a storm like this seems pretty weird.
この天候では帝国を迎え撃つなどという話をしている場合ではないな。
こんだけひどい嵐なら帝国も動けねえだろう。まずは避難することを考えねえと。そうですね。避難用の気空艇はありますから、それに乗って近くの島へ。
Yeah, so they're taking refuge essentially.
おい、それ誰が操縦するんだ。
誰か。私は無理よ。こんな嵐の中じゃ。
そういえばソーダ氏はみんな出払ってるって。そうですね。特にもうここまで風が強いと波のソーダ氏じゃ危ないです。それこそトップクラスの凄腕のソーダ師じゃない
と。なんだよ。
Yeah, really.
おい、大変だ。嵐に紛れて
The only ship that this guy's ever piloted in his own words crashed immediately. That seems like a bad idea.
言いたいことがあるのはわかるが、まずはこっちが先だ。
Okay. Let's
ちゃっちゃと片付けるぞ。
Take out the enemy. Oh, you know, that reminds me. I don't think I ever turned the summon animations back on. Hold on. There. Alright. So.
暗淡たるこの世に星々のきらめきを。
I guess especially this early stage of the game, I should just try to pick different summons so we can actually see them. Just to have something to do in the battles. Like I've said, the battles are really easy. Alrighty. Making progress in the levels. Looks pretty good. Alright, let's bring Agni, I guess. Sure. Why not?
いいか。確かに俺はお前と一緒に帝国と戦うとは言ったぜ。でもな、気空艇を操縦するかどうかはそれとはまた別の問題で。
しかしこの状況ではもう私たちも町の人も頼れるのは君だけなんだ。
Yeah, we definitely can't let
そう
Catalina
です
do
よ。
it.
お名返上のチャンスですよ。
I'll crash it instantly.
あのな、俺はもう空に捨てられてんだぞ。だからグランサイファーだって墜落した。お前らは怖くねえのかよ。
怖い？
俺が操縦したらまた船が落ちるかもしれねえ。そうは考えねえのか？グランサイファーに乗ってた時、俺は奇跡的に助かった。大怪我はしたけどな。けど今度は助からねえかもしれない。それも お前らを道連れにしてな。それでもお前らは俺が操縦する船に乗るのが怖くないって。
Yeah, I mean, some of his concerns make a lot of sense.
言って
Considering that
バカかお前は。まだそんなこと言うなら
there's definitely a difference
やろうか。
between an airship and like an ocean-faring ship,
ラカムさん、
because
よく
ocean-faring
見て
ships
ください。
in general
私たちの
end up floating just fine
街の人の顔は
without, you know, someone actually
誰も不安そうな顔なんて
steering.
してないじゃないですか。
But I can see that an airship could have some very big problems without a very skilled pilot. Because it's not as likely that they'll be able to just stay up. There's nothing beneath it, you know, with buoyancy holding it in the air.
よっしゃ、そんならすぐにみんなを連れて脱出艇に向かおうぜ。
So I can definitely see where his concerns are coming from. He has valid issues that he raises when he's saying, yeah, you know, if everyone's putting everything in my hands, it's a lot of pressure.
それにしても変な嵐だな。
変とは？ラカム、この嵐に何か思うところがあるのか？
思うところも何も。そもそもこのポートブリーズで嵐になること自体珍しいんだよ。
そういや、なんか言ってたよな。この島には風の守り神がいるんだっけか？
ああ、そうさ。この島に吹く風はすべてティアマトっつう守り神様の息吹なんだ。
守り神、おそらくは聖少獣か。そのティアマトとやらに何かあったのかもしれない
な。何百年も前からの言い伝えだぜ。ティアマトなんて本当にいるかどうか。
Yeah, we definitely get some stuff here, right? It's like, does Tiamat even really exist?
いますよ、絶対に。
The people of
ティアマトは
don't
この
really
島
have
に。
any concrete proof
あ
or
なたには
evidence of it.
わかりますか？
おい、ジョーちゃん。どうしたんだよ、急に。
Luria's got some weird mysteriousness to her.
聞こえるんです。それに感じる。吹きすさぶ風の強大な星の力を。
All right. This is a strange place to end off with just a random battle. But hey, let's move forward. Just hit the Agni button. See what this looks like. Ah, they survived. That's okay.
いいぞ。
どうだ。決まったな。
どでかい風穴開けてやろう。
I should probably actually not have skip on so I can show what the skills do.
どうだ。
It's habit. It's hard to break these kind of
私が相手
habits.
になろう。
どうだ。見切った。
任せとけ。
準備はいいか？
Alright, we'll go ahead and use a big ol' double
どうだ。
block.
よっしゃ。
And that's an easy win. Alright, we've learned our first skill. We've learned Rage. It's not bad. Okay, keep moving forward. Let's bring Zephyrus. Might as well. Yeah, because we don't have anything in our weapon grids yet, we don't really have a preference for what summons we bring. When the weapon grid gets more developed, that's when we actually start picking the summon based on what we want. Rather than just picking one at random, essentially. Yeah, so we've managed to make it all the way to the airship that's set up for for taking refuge from the storm. And now we're gonna pressure Rackham to get on board and pilot.
いや、それは分かってんだけどよ。やっぱり俺。
たくさー、乗るなら乗るで、ちゃっちゃとやれよな。
お前、確かに俺が撃ったはずだぜ。なんでそんなにピンピンしてんだよ。
当たり前だろ。高貴な僕が下船なお前らの弾丸で傷一つでも負うと思ってんの？
カタリナ、あの人なんだか変な感じがする。怖いよ。
大丈夫だルリアン、何も心配することはない。
兵隊が
とにかく町の人を守らねえと帝国の連中を追っ払うぞ。
So this is a pretty bad situation because we've brought the townsfolk out to the Empire's ambush apparently. So that's a pretty negative place. We also haven't seen anyone else from the town who's willing or able to fight. It'd be nice if we weren't doing this all on our own.
ある程度は引かせたが、これではキリがないな。
いいね。ねえねえねえ、疲れた？限界？でもね、メインディッシュはまだこれからなんだ。
Especially because we're having to fight while protecting the civilians.
脱出艇に乗って逃げようぜ。
なんだ、脱出艇が爆発したのか。
大丈夫ですか？ It'd be nice if they had played a sound effect for that. Or showed like an image of an explosion. Or something. That would be nice.
その顔最高。その信じらんないって顔。そうだよ、爆破したんだよ。てめえらが頼みにしていた脱出艇をな。コッパみじんな。
てめえ、なんでこんなことを。
知りたい？知りたいよね。そうだな。生き残ってたら教えてあげるよ。だからまあせいぜい頑張れば。
けどが止めてくれるなよ。奴の手のものなどこの私が叩き切ってくれる。
Don't stop me. Yeah, but why would I? Like, this guy's a cartoon villain. He needs to go down. So yeah, this series of summons is a series of summons, the Primal series, that has different scaling than a lot of other summons in the game. It's skill damage scaling as opposed to summon damage scaling. Basically, at this stage, it means that they deal less damage, but in the end game, it means that they deal more damage. Because they're scaling their damage based on your stats, and they tend to have a higher cap. Whereas the summon damage scaling is still scaled on your stats to an extent, but they have a much lower cap. But they deal more damage in the early game. Anyway. explanation to why the last couple of summons that we used did not actually kill the enemy. Okay. Got through there. Hey, it's a golem. Neat. I mean, to be fair, if I were to have the ability to use a golem for fighting, I would probably do it. Okay, so we'll boost our attack. Get instant standby. One of the good things about the fighter class. Go ahead and shoot him with Rackham. And we'll go. Okay, let's heal up. Now it's time for Welder and Rackham to go in. And we're done. Easy.
片付いたか。さあ、先を急ごう。
Alright, making more progress in the ranks. That's always good, because getting CP from rank ups is pretty good in the early game. It'll allow us to unlock some more classes later. Alright. So we will keep going. Let's go ahead and bring... Let's go with Colossus. Might as well.
やるね。やっぱり君たちって見どころがあるな。
黙れ。今度はてめえの番だぞ。嵐がこれ以上強くなる前に町のみんなをどこかに避難させねえと。
どこへ逃げようったって同じなんだよ。どうせこの軍刀は全部丸ごと沈んじまうんだからな。
貴様、どういうことだ。
分かってんだろ、うすうすさ。ティアマトだよ、ティアマト。この島の守り神様さ。
Which definitely qualifies under that cartoon evil that I was bringing up earlier.
そいつにね、ちょっと細工させてもらったんだ。
I mean, if it actually succeeds, it's a terrible disaster,
大暴走を始めるようにさ。
ティアマトを暴走させただと。この野郎、なんてことを。
Definitely has to be stopped.
この嵐が何よりの証拠だ。嵐は際限なく強くなるよ。この軍刀を吹き飛ばすほどにな。
町どころかこの軍刀そのものを滅ぼそうってのか。
That's what he just said, yeah.
一体どれだけの人が犠牲になると思ってんだ。
I get the feeling that he doesn't
さあ、知らないよそんなの。僕ら帝国に支配されたくないほどあんたたちはこの軍刀が好きなんだろ。だったらせいぜい心中でもしてろよ。空の底に落ちるこの軍刀とさ。
なんてことだ。
So yeah, he's definitely bringing up, you know, there's a faction here that
私たちもう
of
助
the
からない
Empire
の。
that essentially feels like
そうそう。
if we can't
そ
own
れと
it,
ね、
the
この軍刀から
island
逃
chain
げよう
should
とする
exist.
気空艇はみんなまとめて撃ち落とすから。わかるよね。ね、つまりお前らにはもう 逃げ場なんてどこにもねえんだよ。
ふざけんなよ。てめえらこの町の住人を何だと思ってやがる。
とりあえず屋外のここは危険だ。住人たちを一度町に戻そう。その間魔物や帝国の兵士はこちらで相手をせねばな。行くぞ。
So yeah, we brought the townsfolk all the way out here, walked into an ambush. Now we gotta go back to town. We lost this
もう
round.
帝国の人たちは追ってきていないみたいです。
I mean, we've won all the battles, but we've lost strategically. You know what I
そ
mean?
りゃそうだろうぜ。あとは放っておいてもこの島にいるやつはみんな。
B 君、それ以上は言うな。まだ私たちは諦めるわけにはいかないのだからな。必ず何か手はあるはずだ。何か必ず。
ティアマト、ポートブリーズの守り神であり風の大聖少獣。
今は悩んでる場合じゃねえか。早く先に進まねえとな。
Alright. So, it sounds like they're getting towards something that might resemble a plan eventually. But, we don't know what's up yet. Alright. Making progress. Rack up, shoot him.
どでかい風穴開けてやろう。
Probably should have used the attack buff first, but that's not the
準備はできてっか。
One irritating thing about the browser UI is these little side buttons. Because I do not care about any of these. All right. Yeah, we'll just hit them.
どうだ。
せい。
ウェルダー様が成敗してくれる。
Keep going.
食らいやがる。食らいよっしゃ。
私が相手になろう。どうだ。見切った。
せい。
Okay. Just keep going.
食ら任せとけ。
This is a pretty tough bug.
準備はいいか。そこでおしまいだ。
All right. Now that bug is dead, which is good. Keep moving forward. All right. Character learned a new skill. Catalina learned her second skill. It's because Catalina is every character has multiple skills that they end up learning. Right? We can get to
こ
that
れで
later.
住人は
but
皆町に戻れたようだ。
Catalina's second skill is a pretty good one.
しかし困った状況になったな。
俺のせいだ。俺があの時脱出艇に乗るのをためらわなければ。そうすりゃ今頃みんなは隣の軍島にでも避難できてたはずだ。
やめろラカム。んなこと言ったってしょうがねえぜ。
Yeah, for real. Also, they exploded the thing, so
俺に命を預ける覚悟をしてくれたってのに。
if you boarded, you very well may have
俺
just
があ
ended
い
up
つら
dying
の
there.
思いを台無しに。くそ！これで本当におしまいだってのか？何か方法はねえのか？
守り神とまで称される聖少獣相手では私たちに一体何ができるか。
できます。まだ希望はあります。
Man, literally,
Luria.
certainly comes off as weird.
まだ
in these first
私がい
couple
ます。
chapters, huh?
ねえカタリナ。そうだよね。
そうか。あ、いやしかし その力にはどんな影響があるか。
おい、どういうことだ？
Yeah, because like we know that she does
私が
summoning things, right?
ずっと帝国に囚われていた理由です。
We don't really know what her deal is.
私には聖少獣を従える力がある。ちょっと待てよ。聖少獣は自分たちの作り手である星の民にしか従わねえじゃね
ああ、それに星の民はもう何百年も前の白風戦争で姿を消して子孫はいないって聞いてるぜ。
ルリアは星の民の子孫ではないよ。おそらくな。理由も原理もわからない。しかしルリアには確かにそういう力がある。
Yeah, basically, Lyria's weird.
あ、なあ、ザンクティンゼルで現れた聖少獣も、もしかして。
その可能性はある。しかしこれは謎の多い力なんだ。結局帝国も何も解明できなかった。そんな力を対応すればルリアにどんな影響があるか。
私は大丈夫。だってみんなが、あなたがいてくれるから。行きましょう、ラカムさん。風の大聖少獣ティアマトを止めるために。
Hold on, one second. This line, right here. I'll be fine, you know. They're at the Japanese versus the English text here actually reverses the order in which they're speaking of who is with her. Right? The first thing she says is everyone, and then you are with me. Don't know why they did that way, but yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna point this stuff out because I can hear it and I can't unhear it. Alright. So we can see there's a weapon that's a reward for this this fourth chapter. That is a very good item that we're going to want to get. Wait, hold on. Go back. What did that say? Oh, okay, yeah, this is talking about something. I saw a clear chapter 4 to do something like, wait, what is that? It's not relevant to this account at all. Alright. Another fire summon. Man, people really do always pick the meta stuff. Like, this is just a full list of meta summons. Let's see if there's something weird over here. Sure. Let's bring Kaguya. In fact, Kaguya is probably a pretty good summon to bring as a default anyway, because it increases our.
ジョーちゃん。ジョーちゃんのことは俺が命をかけても守り抜くからよ。
That was unfortunate. Yeah, hitting the auto button actually does go to the next line. So I hit it and unhit it, so we skipped 2 lines essentially. So we're marching on, trusting in Lyria's ability to sense primal beasts and the power of the stars. And it's getting closer. We're getting there.
それは私の役目だぞ。
おいおい、こいつを忘れちゃ困るぜ。意外に頼りになるんだからな。
And don't forget Welder's also here, even though he never shows up in the story.
悪い。今じゃすっかり頼れる戦士の顔つきだよな。
Well, I am in the fighter class, so that makes sense.
おっと、魔物のお出ましだな。みんな、気を引き締めていくぞ。
Alright. So we cut our way through the monsters.
帝国の連中もまだ俺たちを邪魔するつもりみてえだな。
Which the Empire standing in the way makes a lot of sense.
魔物を倒したと思ったら今度は帝国の兵
This is
士
their
か。
plan after all. They want this to happen. You know, this whole destroying the
し
port
つ
breeze
こいというか
archipelago.
仕事熱心というか。
エルステ帝国では上官の命令は絶対だからな。
I mean, that's pretty much true in any military body. Outside of certain
帝国の兵士よ
exceptions, I suppose.
支援はないが
I don't really have
私たちも
background in
引
that
けないん
stuff,
だ。
but that's...
手加減は期待するなよ。
I have a couple friends who are, who do, so. Yeah. Just seems kind of redundant to say for the Air State Empire. Just more like for military bodies, you should, you have to listen to your superior officers.
月の光に覚えませ。鍋手の者はいずれ天の原へと帰り行きます。
By the way, Kaguya has one of the longest animations in this game. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. When you fully uncapped Kaguya, it increased, it changed some of the formula that she used to skill damage. Anyway, we'll just attack. It's no big deal. Or did they? I might be wrong. I've been wrong before.
任せとけ。
せめてもの情けだ。安らかに
やるじゃねえか。
片付いたか。
Alright, simple enough.
さあ先を急ごう。
Got a club. Alrighty. So yeah, storm is still going on. Anything unusual to summon? Summon White Rabbit. That'd be interesting. I mean, it's not useful, but we might as well. Like I said, I'm just trying to summon stuff to show it off at this point.
おひさ。
お前はどうしてここに。まさかまた私たちを狙って。
違う。勘違いするな。
そうそう。僕たちさ、君らに命を救われてるじゃん。だから恩返しがしたくってさ。
そんな、あれはその、恩を売るつもりじゃなくて、その、ねえ。
I mean, that's just how these things work out, right?
お嬢ちゃんは優しいね。優しい子にはアメちゃんを。
I mean, in a lot of cases, you're not doing a good deed to expect someone else to do something for you, but they do something for you anyway.
スツルム殿、なんで刺すの？
来い。今度は私たちが
Especially in a game
お前
like
らの
this.
命を助けてやる。
どういうことだ？
いやね、君たちがやろうとしてることってどれだけ危ないか分かってる？
危険性や望みの薄さは理解しているつもりだ。
理解できてない。とても正気とは思えない。
そうそう。そこで君たちには恩があるからさ。君たちだけでも帝国の戦艦に密航させて逃がしてあげよっかなって思ってね。
恩を返すってそういうことか。
申し出はありがたいが、もう俺らは逃げねえよな。お前もそうだろ。守りたいものが増えちまったんだ。グランサイファーだけじゃねえ、町の奴らもこの島も。
We can't just be the only ones to run away and
何一つ
get away
失
with
い
our
たくね
lives, right?
え。だから俺はもう逃げやしねえよ。
So we're gonna take the risk and try to save everything.
同意だな。非道がなされようとしているのに、ただ見ているだけなど性に合わない。
私たちにはできることがあるんだから。だから頑張らなきゃ。
バカばっかりだな。
とかなんとか言って、スツルム殿も嫌いじゃないでしょ、こういうやつら。
This BGM plays in the story. It's a pretty good one. It's kind of like a determination feeling behind it.
黙れ。黙らないとその口縫い合わせるぞ。
And you can get the sense that, you know, despite being on the side of the bad guys, Sturm and Drong aren't really that bad. I mean, they're not doing anything to save the archipelago, but that's not in their job.
僕たちは逃げるけど、頑張ってね。
Also, it's incredibly dangerous to try to do it.
騒がしい連中だったな。
うん、ちょいと気が抜けちまったが、ここからが本番だ。行くぞ。
Right. We don't get actual odds put on it, but we get the sense that essentially trying to do what we're trying to do, which is, you know, go in to stop to like get control of Tiamat and everything, is going to be like almost certain death, right? So it's pretty
嵐の
dangerous.
せいかな。魔物さんたちがいつもより怖い。
聖少獣の起こす嵐だ。小流域に近い力を持っているのかもしれないな。
町にいる連中も危ねえかもしれないな。急ごうぜ。
ああ、時間がねえのは百も承知だ。魔物なんぞさっさとぶっ飛ばすぞ。
Alright, I'm with you, Rackham. Let's just get through these monsters so we can actually do the story. Nah, the monsters are technically part of the story, so I get it. Alright, let's summon this rabbit. Yeah. How does it feel, monsters, to be killed by a rabbit? Alright, anyway. Let's just do our normal thing. Let's look at Catalina's second skill. So, this is a really nice skill because it prevents debuffs. There are some really nasty debuffs in this game, the further you get into it. And the thing about this is it's not a turn-limited debuff immunity, it's a time-limited debuff immunity, right? So, when a character is inflicted with a debuff, this buff will be consumed, and the debuff will be nullified. It's pretty nice. Alright. So, we'll do one of these. We'll target the wind enemy, because our MC is weak against the goblin. So if we're going to use MC's charge attack, protagonist's charge attack should probably go into a character or an enemy that is not strong against it. Just makes more sense. We can push through the bugs faster than the goblin.
食らいやがる。
大丈夫さ。心配無用だ。
俺がフォレストレンジャーだ。Well, this first skill is actually
任せとけ。
せめてもの情けだ。
It's a full dodge, right? This dodges everything. It is actually really good. I probably should have just used that, but it's fine. We killed it anyway. Alright. Alright. And we are approaching mastering the fighter class, which is going to be pretty cool. Alright. Gonna keep going. Let's bring Uriel, actually. Uriel's a pretty good one.
ここが一番ティアマトの気配が強い。
ここって、おいおいマジかよ。
What a plot twist.
でもよ、ここグランサイファー以外には何にも。
あれれ、なんだい君ら。まさかティアマトを止めに来たの？
Why are you still here?
帝国のてめえここで何してやがる？
Just logically speaking, if he's created a storm that's supposed to cause this island chain to fall from the skies, why is he still here?
当たり前だ。この状況を放っておけるわけがないだろう。
I'm sensing some elements of insanity in this guy.
言っておくけどさ、これは自業自得なんだよ。
自業自得だって？お前らがティアマトを暴走させたんじゃねえのかよ。
そうだね。それは間違いない。ただ僕は引き金を引いただけだ。弾はすでに込められてたんだよ。
どういうことだ？貴様何が言いたい？
ティアマトはすでに限界だったってことさ。この群島の連中は昔から豊かな風の恩恵を受けてきた。けどね、それは無償のものじゃなかったんだ。その代償は支払われぬままティアマトの中に溜まっていった。ずっと前から危うい状態だったんだ。
そこを帝国が。
そんなとこだね。僕はもううちの戦艦で逃げるけど。それでももしティアマトを止めるって言うなら。
長々とうるせんだよてめえは。どんな事情があろうと俺はもう決めたんだ。この島を町の連中を守るってな。後戻りはしねえ。邪魔をするってんなら片っ端から俺が撃ち抜いてやるぜ。
Just shoot him. It's the only way. Alrighty. 10 turn cut from summoning time. We might actually be able to summon Proto Bahamut.
グランサイファーの周りの兵士はこれであらかた片付いたか？
けどよ、これだけ動き回ってもやっぱりティアマトなんていないぜ。
もしかしてなんですけど。
なんだよルリア。
もしかしてティアマトは上にいるんじゃないでしょうか。
上？まさか空か？
確かめよう。そのためにはまず 帝国の兵士とも決断そう。
Yeah. After all, if they tried to interfere with you while you were trying to examine the skies, that would be. I can just imagine, like, I'm like neck's craned back, I'm looking straight up, just some dude with a sword gonna stab me. I can't even see him because I'm not looking that way. Alright. Now there's 3 waves for this one. So let's go ahead and summon Proto Bahamut. Our default summon, you know, it's not very good, but what can you do? Still managed to push through just fine. Alright, we'll summon Uriel. One of those things, I don't know. Look, I'm not an expert in linguistics and pronunciations. Alright. Let's just go ahead and go. I never actually opened this menu. This is the battle menu. It has settings that you don't actually have in the settings menu. This elements diagram shows up here. It's actually completely pointless and just takes up screen real estate. I'm gonna turn it off. Yeah, and then you've got auto settings, but that's not something that we have to really care about. I think everything else is pretty much where we want it to be. Summon animation. Yeah, you can change the summon animation speed here. Yeah, I think we're just good to go. Just heal up. Do the skills. And, go ahead and do attack. And you can see with Welder's attack there, the impact that actually bringing a summon that boosts you can have, because Uriel does a 140% boost to Earth attack. So Welder was hitting extremely hard compared to everybody else. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do one more. We'll bring Belial. Yeah, might as well. Belial, something like that.
やっぱりお空にいると思います。ティアマト。
空か。参ったな。まさかここで手詰まりになるとは。
いや、まだ手はあるぜ。みんな、グランサイファーに乗れ。
Right next to this airship. It's impossible to get into the sky.
乗ってみたけど、なあラカム、こいつ飛べるのか？この船ってラカムが前に。
ああ、前に俺が墜落させちまった船だ。だがな、俺が空を怖がっていただけで、こいつはずっと待ち続けてたんだ。
Yeah. Fair enough.
それを感じる。今ならわかる。こいつは飛べるぜ。どこだろうとな。
So really, it seems like Rackham just needed to find a drive, so he could try to get back his confidence. Because I mean, after all, from the story he told, he really only gave the whole flying thing one solid effort, and crashed the ship immediately, and was like, "All right, not for me." Yes, let's fly the ship that has been sitting here straight into the heart of the storm. I mean, fair enough. Don't have any other options.
Soんな自我もほとんど失ってる。ここまで暴走が激しいなんて。このままじゃとても私の力じゃどうにも。じゃあオイラたちはどうすりゃ。
心配すんな。ジョーちゃん、ティアマトがもう少しおとなしくなりゃいいのか。
そうすればきっと。ならここからは俺たちの領分だな。
Yeah, it's gotta calm it down.
ラカム、
How?
どうす
How
る
would
つも
we
りだ。
calm it down?
危険だ。
What
ティアマトに近づくな。
What is it that we should do to stop this rampage?
待ってカタリナ、お願い、ここはラカムさんに任せてあげて。
なあティアマトよ、聞いたぜ、お前が暴走した理由。ポートブリーズが風に恵まれたのは全部お前のおかげだったんだってな。迷信かなんかだと思ってたぜ。悪いな。確かに俺たちはお前に対する感謝が足りなかった。けどな、そうは言っても俺たちが抱えてるもんはそう簡単に捨てられやしねえんだ。守りてえ、守らなきゃいけねえもんがある。だから俺はもう引かねえよ。逃げねえし引かねえ、後ずさりもしねえ。お互い譲れないんだろ。ぶつかろうぜ、全力でさ。やろうぜ、正々堂々真剣勝負だ。神だか青少獣だか知らねえが遠慮なんかすんじゃねえぞ。
All right. Wow, that's a horrible sound. I mean, it's kind of interesting, right, to think of the reason that this whole thing happened being essentially the loss of a faith, right? They stopped respecting the old ways, which leads to the stress of the maintaining everything building up. All right. This is the first major boss battle of the story. Let's go ahead and not summon that because I don't exactly remember how difficult this boss is. Probably not very, but I'd rather check first. debuffs or anything, so we'll just
どでかい風穴開けてやろう。
and go for it.
任せとけ。照準よし。ぶち抜くぜ。
Overdrive. Okay.
任せとけ。
So let's see. Well, there's pretty weak in this fight, but that is okay. Heal Catalina's safety.
食らいやがる。くそ。
Yeah,
せめてもの
that did
情
hurt.
けだ。安らかに散れ。
Now we can use duration.
フェアに行こうぜ。
And we can summon the rabbit. It's not very much damage, but it is damage. We'll use a blue potion. He took some AoE
感
damage.
謝する。どうだ。
食らいやがる。飛空士様を舐めるなよ。
Alright, I think we go one more here.
どうだ。せい。くそ。参ったぜ。
Go ahead and attack up. Charge up. Summon Belial.
準備はできてっか。
さあ俺に身を委ねるといい。
Alright, we get some buffs. Go ahead and attack.
どでかい風穴開けてやろう。
Let's do again. Right. Alright. Now we can do our full chain burst.
フォレストレンジャーの真髄見せてやろう。
我が奥義お見せしよう。愛し
覚悟はできてんだろうな。バニッシュピアス。
Okay, we'll summon some sort of wolf. Doesn't do much damage, but it does something.
ありがとうよ。
I don't know, how could this happen? So yeah, relatively
ま、ざ
painless
っと
victory.
こんなところかな。
But we can definitely see that that battle was significantly more difficult than the others, especially for an account that has nothing beyond these required characters. It would have been easier if we'd swapped our main character from being on a wind sword to being a fire sword, though I'm not sure if we have one. I'd have to check. Alright. And we got our first SSR weapon, which is going to be so useful. This is the kind of weapon that stays around and stays relevant for a very long time. Got a ticket we'll never use. Good stuff. We got Wonder, I think it was. Can look at that in a minute.
たく、なかなかやるじゃねえか。
もう大丈夫です。溢れていたティアマトの力は私が吸収しました。これでティアマトは自分を取り戻すはずです。
Well, okay then.
ルリア、その手に持っているものは何だ。
え？あれ？いつの間に。なんだろう。
Doesn't even realize she's holding something.
こいつはクーズのかけらじゃねえか。前に親父さんに見せてもらったのと同じだ。間違いねえぜ。
これがクイズのかけら。これがあれば帝国の魔の手からルリアを。
お、空が晴れてきたな。
Hey, that's good stuff.
これで一段落かな。お疲れ様。
さて、それでお前らはどこに行きたいんだ？
お、なんだよ急に。このまま連れてってくれるってのか？
まあな、やっぱり空はいいなって思ってよ。お前らと一緒ならもう二度と空を捨てずに済む気がするんだ。それにグランサイファーもお前を気に入っちまったみてえだしな。こうなりゃこの俺が責任持ってどこへだって連れてってやるよ。それこそ空の果てまででもな。
Alright. Yeah, so Rackham really just needed to regain his motivation and his confidence. He was just too down on himself from failing that one time. After, I mean, to be fair, it was failing that one time after what he says is basically years of effort. So it's not that I don't understand where he's coming from. But yeah, you know, it's a nice lesson. You fall down, you gotta get back up.
何か用があるのかもしれない。一度降りて話を聞いてみよう。
今回のことは本当に助かりました。
いや、私たちも帝国の非道を見過ごすことはできなかったからな。ところで、先ほど手を振っていたのは何かあったのか？
そうそう、あなた宛てに手紙を預かってたんですよ。
Letter, huh?
お手紙？故郷からでしょうか？いいえ、なんだか怪しい二人組が直接置いていったんです。なんでも恩返しだとかって。
恩返しって、それじゃああいつらからの手紙か？
さあな、とりあえず開けてみようぜ。
I mean, it probably could.
バルツ公国へ行けか。なんだこりゃ。
バルツ公国か。確かこの近くのドラフの島だな。鉄鋼業で栄えていたはずだ。
恩返しってことは、手紙の内容はオイラたちにとってプラスになるってことだよな。
I don't know if this really qualifies for returning a favor if they're not really telling us why they want us to go there. This is more of giving you a directive.
彼らをそこまで信用していいものか。
あの人たちのことはわからないけど、でもこのお手紙気になりませんか？そりゃこう書かれちゃな。お前も気になるだろ？
なら決まりだな。空の旅ってのは好奇心で進路を決める
For
もん
what
だ
it's
ぜ。
worth, we do not have a single lead on where to go next, other than our ultimate goal of trying to reach East Alosia, which is so far out of reach right now that it is not even within not even something we need to consider. Alright, so right now we're just have to keep sailing through Fanta Grande. Try to gain some keep getting all those things.
手紙は指示通りによろずやに託してまいりました。
ご苦労ドランク。それでフュリアスの容体は？
問題ないみたいですね。いやー、魔性ってすごいな。
当然だ。無論代償は伴うがな。全ては順調に進んでいる。計画が動き出した以上、あとは時間の問題だ。
So given that this person is
必ず取り返してみせる。
giving orders to Sturm and Drang,
もうしばらくの辛抱だ。
especially giving, so that's why they delivered that letter. This person's probably that Black Knight that Furious brought up, or Furious's subordinate brought up, I suppose, because they mentioned that Sturm and Drang were under the command of the Black Knight.
ドラフさんたちの島か。どんなとこなんだろう。
そいつは行けばわかるって。お、反対側から気空艇が来るぜ。ありゃどっかの気空団だな。俺たちの団長としてすれ違う時には手ぐらい振ってやれよ。
Yeah, why are we the captain?
団長？サーカスでも始めるってのか？
いやいや、サーカスなんてやっても羽付きトカゲぐらいしか見せ物になるようなもんはねえぜ。
Yeah, instead of talking about an army, we actually
自分で話題にしといてなんだけど。
asked if we were
俺ら
making
は
a
トカゲじゃね
circus.
えからな。
And, you know, Rackham's like, the only show we've got is the flying
俺たち
lizard.
は気空団として旅をしてるんじゃねえのか？
Yeah,
空団か。
I mean, once we got it full airship,
いっそそう名乗って
we
しま
may
っ
as
た方
well be
が
like, yeah,
何か
we're
と不都合がないかもしれない
right?
な。
気空団。なんだかかっこいいですね。
面倒な手続きなんかは必要ねえんだ。そうと決まりゃ今日から俺たちは気空団だ。気空艇があって空を飛びたいってやつがいりゃ、それでもう気空団の完成だからな。
Yep, and that makes sense to me. It's not as though it's not as though there's some sort of registry for this stuff.
大切なのは空を飛びたいっていう意志なんですね。
Because other than the air state empires kind of wanting to control everything, there's no one unifying governmental body for these for Founta Grande here. At least that's the impression that they give here.
持ち主のいないグランサイファーを見つけたときは俺もついてると思ったもんだぜ。ま、俺が本当についてたのはお前らに会えたことかもしんねえけどな。でなきゃ今こうしてグランサイファーと空にいることもなかったわけだし。
頑張った甲斐がありましたね。
Alright.
柄にもねえことは言うもんじゃねえな。顔から火が出そうだぜ。そうそう、気空団はいくつかが集まってさらに大きな気空団として活動することもあるんだぜ。空にいる他の仲間たちとでっけえ気空団を作ってみるのも面白いかもな。
Never. That's not the point of this account. Okay. Yeah, so basically at this point you can join a crew. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna join one. I'm not gonna form one. We're just gonna go solo. There are some real benefits to joining or making a crew. Basically, your crews have buffs that they can activate that will affect all your battles, and some of them are really helpful. You know, from starting the battle with 2 green potions to starting the battle with 30% charge on all your characters. Right? These things really do add up, and they really do matter. But it's not going to be something that we're going to take advantage of in this playthrough. So let's just go back to the homepage. Alright, completing chapter 1 completes the panel mission, gets us some CP. Good stuff. Alright. Talk more about the panel later. For now, we're gonna go to, I believe it is supplies. Yeah, so we can look at our wonders. Right, we got the Morning Calm of Tiamat. Right, so got this against Tiamat. Gives us a 10% boost to RP. RP being rank points. So we will rank up, essentially. We will gain 10% more of the experience we need to gain toward our next rank. Which is good stuff. It really is. We want to make sure that we're constantly moving forward in ranks. We also got a bunch of stuff here in our crate. Just want to double check, make sure there's nothing in here that I don't want to pick up. Yeah, there's this thing from the Valentine's stuff, but we'll just not use that. And there's this beginner's weapon ticket that we'll just not use either. Alright, fair enough. Pick up all this stuff. Now, go to our grid. Still do auto select. It doesn't really help us to do anything else. But we can see now that with the addition of this gun, our wind attack went up by a ton. We essentially doubled our damage against Earth foes with our wind, for our wind characters. We'll do the same thing over here, just fill up the summon grid. At this early stage, it doesn't really matter what goes in here, because none of these summons do anything. But yeah, that's where we're at. We've got Rackham. Ultimately, I think this is a good place for us to move on. Right? So next time that that I make a video here, it's going to be for the next chapters in Vault's Duchy. This has been Shadow SP, Granblue Fantasy. See you guys next time.